Hi beauty fam, welcome back to MikiCarrBeauty. I'm Miki Carrico, and on my channel I love to talk about luxury skincare, beauty, and sometimes luxury goods. And today we're gonna do a get ready with me from some new products, at least new to me, and most of them are luxury makeup goods. So I thought I would film the makeup look that I'm doing and tell you my thoughts about it. And then curious if you tried any of these. So we'll be doing this Louboutin concealer and foundation. I got my hands on the Velours Kaki Cream Tom Ford Eye Quad, the Valentino cheek and lip product. You can join me, it'll be fun. And then if you could subscribe and like and comment, that helps out engagement on my channel. And with that out of the way, let's begin. I ended up picking up this Christian Louboutin multi-purpose foundation slash concealer slash balm. I was really interested in this product because, as you know, I'm really loving this Danessa Myra Exploring Balm Powder, as well as the Chanel balm as well. And this is actually not available in the States. I ended up getting this third party. And I'm really interested in these balm products because they're a little bit easier for me on the go versus liquid foundation. So this is made in Italy, beautiful packaging, and this is probably the first Louboutin product I've tried in terms of makeup. I don't have any of their shoes or luxury goods, and this is being marketed as a transformative concealer foundation balm infused with crystal quartz, conceal locally and unify all over, 12-hour second skin luminous finish flexible coverage. And I ended up picking it in 40 Northwest or NW, 40 NW Spice Nude. I have no idea if this is actually my right shade, but we're going to find out. Beautiful packaging. And I got this through Nordstrom. I think it retails $60. And this is what the packaging looks like. Oh, it's so beautiful. So the ubiquitous stud, that is something known in Louboutin, is they have those studded purses, and really they're known for their shoes too. So there's that stud. Beautiful emblem. It is plastic, but that's pretty cool packaging. It's kind of like this taupey silver. It is a bit reflective and then has these gold emblem and a crown for CL for Christian Louboutin. And I'm on their website. It says a multi-purpose foundation concealer balm, luminous finish, buttery soft texture that melts from solid to liquid, fusing with the skin to reveal its most glamorous potential. This versatile complexion enhancer comes with a mirror and sponge for easy touch-ups on the go. I'm gonna try this today, and I'm not going to use any primer because I just want to see it for what it is, to see how it does. And it says it's supposed to be a concealer and a foundation in one, so we'll try that. This is what the packaging looks like. So pretty. Very luxe, I would say. Nice round mirror. Oh, and that's like the ASMR moment. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and do that. So that is the product. This could work for me. It does look a little olive, but it's supposed to be one of those stretch foundations. And you open this part is where the sponge is. And it comes with this little sponge, the logo, the footprint of one of their shoes. And this product is made in Italy. And that is the product. Definitely wet to the touch. And that is the color. Okay, that could work. Might be a little dull for my complexion, but we'll see. I tend to, this looks like a neutral olive, and I tend to run warm, but we'll see. Okay, so we'll try. I'm going to show you again another swatch of that. It's definitely creamy and very pigmented. Has a slight smell. There's a little bit of perfume on there. So I'm going to take this sponge it comes with. It looks really pigmented. Yeah, it does have a little bit of a perfume. And I'm gonna go over my eye area. And I'll do one side of my face just so you can see how the shade match is. This reminds me a lot of back in the day, actually not back in the day, my back in the day when I used to use the MAC foundation, the Studio Fix Plus. This feels a little bit creamier. Okay, so that is this side and that is that side. Definitely kind of tamps down the warmness of my face. it's supposed to stretch. So I'm not too keen on it making my face more olive or just flat, but I mean, I can get away with it. Okay, so that is what that product looks like with the sponge. It looks pretty decent. What I'm gonna do is actually go in with a concealer brush and actually just pop, this is my BK Beauty concealer brush. I'm just gonna actually just use it like this and then kind of do some spot treatment. Okay, so that is pretty decent coverage. It doesn't look super cakey. It looks like it's like more of a matte, satiny matte finish. Okay, so side without foundation, side with. I'm taking a Sonia G base brush and then using, I want to see how this performs with just a brush, because I doubt I will use the sponge again. It just grosses me out in terms of hygienic reasons. So I'm just gonna put it on the side of the face now. So that is what this side looks like with the brush application versus the sponge application. I definitely think the brushed side looks a little bit lighter, which I actually like it better in that it doesn't look so cakey or just too intense. So I'm just gonna take the what remaining powder I have here and just kind of press it in. Not too bad for a powdered like cream balm foundation. And again, using it as a concealer, it's not bad. I will see, you know, this is supposed to be a 12-hour foundation. I don't know if I'm going to wear this for 12 hours. 10 grams of product. The Chanel has 15 grams of product. Danessa Myricks has 18 grams of product. So definitely much more, 18, 15, and then there's 10, which is the least amount. I actually created a divot. So this is very like putty-like. There's definitely like, it definitely turns into what they say is like a liquid, so it's definitely very slippy. Not bad. It's an okay shade match. How does it feel on the skin? It's a little stickier than this. I would say this Danessa Myricks balm dries down a little bit more. I do love the packaging. Yeah, the packaging is really nice. It's definitely pretty emollient and slippy, so I just accidentally dropped something on there, so you have to be careful if you drop this or drop something on it, it's going to create a divot. So definitely pretty and luxe packaging. And I think because there's so much slip to this product that because I have oily skin, it would probably be best to powder down. So I'm going to do that now. So I put some loose powder, the Pat McGrath light under my eyes, and then the Givenchy loose powder in Mousseline Acidulé. The foundation's looking pretty okay. We'll see how it lasts and I'll let you know throughout the day. Let's go ahead and try this Tom Ford's Velours Kaki. Here are some swatches of this Velours Kaki quad from Tom Ford. I love this formula from Tom Ford. I just wish they did all of their quads using this formula moving forward, along with the wet dry, but I really love this. It's so flattering on the eyes and it's so easy to use. I'm gonna go in and see what this kind of cream shade does. I don't know if it'll show up, but oh yeah, it's gonna show up. I'm gonna use that as kind of like a base all over my eyes. So I'm just going in with that cream shade as a base for all over my eyes. Already primed and prepped, but I also primed and prepped with this Louboutin product, so I don't know how that's gonna go down. And this cream formula is so good from Tom Ford. Okay, that went on super easy. I'm actually gonna grab my Chikuhodo brush, the eyeshadow brush. It's very soft. I'm gonna go into this beautiful kind of taupey brown shade. This could be a one and done. Ooh, that came out a little different than I thought. I'm going to use a different brush on the other eye and see if that makes a difference. Grabbing a using a Crease 2 by Sonia G, going into that same brown shade. almost like, oh, it almost looks like for the greens, they're very similar. This one is more olivey, has a sheen, and this one looks more like a matte. You know what? I'm just gonna see what one shade looks like all over the lid. Grab this one here, bottom left one. Ooh, that's a smoky look. I'm gonna see what the other one looks like. I'm gonna flip the brush over. I wonder if you can tell the difference. Okay, it's less shimmery, it's more matte looking, like a creamy matte. But they're very similar, which is kind of disappointing. To me, they look like the same shade. I mean, you tell me. Yeah, they look the same. I'd actually prefer the originally one I started with. It looked a little bit creamier with a sheen. Kind of prefer that color. It looks a little messy, so I'm going to kind of go back to that original brush and then diffuse out the edges. But we'll see. One thing I did notice about this quad, I'm gonna take a clean Wayne Goss brush, no product on here. One thing I did notice about this quad, which is different than the Violet Satiné. The Violet Satiné, same formula, but what's different is that maybe it's not different. Oh yeah, no, it's a different. Like, they had some dynamic shades, this bottom two on the Violet Satiné. They had some dimension that really changed the color of the more muted colors, right? So there's like this almost like shimmery topper, and then this one here. And there's not really any shimmer shades in here that are light, that could lighten up the quad. So these just look kind of like, in a way, this shade here is a bit useless to me because it just turns out to be my skin color. Just barely lighter than my skin color. I mean, I might use it as a pop of like contrast here, but that's pretty much it. And then I'm gonna grab, I think, some of this brown and just kind of smoke out the lower lash here. Taking a flat definer from Sonia G and some of this more matte olive shade, and then running that down here. Okay, so I'm gonna use some liner and liquid liner and then put some mascara on, and then I'll be back. Here is the finished eye look. I use my Victoria Beckham Kajal liner in olive and then mascara, and it looks really pretty. It's very smoky. It's a very smoky look. I'd have to say that I feel like I have this green color story already. I don't think it's particularly unique. I think about two Chanel quads actually that I own that are very similar to this quad, and actually might be better and cheaper. And this is the Chanel Blurry Green. So here is the Velours Kaki Tom Ford, and here is the Blurry Green from Chanel, and they're very, very similar. The difference is the two lighter shades, I actually get more dimension out of the Chanel because they don't have this kind of useless, to me, this kind of white matte shade. At least I get two colors of like a taupe brown and like a warm taupe. And these are very similar, the greens, but I think the formula is definitely a standout, but it doesn't look any different than the look that I did for this one. And actually, I would say this green is definitely more vibrant even than what we're getting from the, if you can see, that green is definitely more vibrant. This is more muted. This is Chanel Intense, and it has 6 shadows. This is Blurry Green. I'd have to say it looks pretty, but it doesn't look anything special. And especially for the price that it is, this is like a $90 palette, and actually I think you can get these Chanel quads and quints for cheaper. So I'm back. I actually had to step out and do a little bit of work, so I'm back with this makeup look. So far, it's been like 2 hours since I did this face and makeup. The eye makeup is definitely doing well. Baume, this product, it is not holding up too well. So just so you know, I have aging skin, oily skin. My closest foundations shades are below in the description of my skin. I don't think I would use this really as a concealer. It doesn't look very cute. I can see it already to emphasizing my lines. And then I can see like it's starting to break up around the nose just because I have an oily T-zone, and that's usually where a foundation's going to start breaking up. It's here and here and then here. So, you know, I didn't add anything other than, I added powder, but nothing else like bronzer and whatnot. I did get this Valentino lip and cheek product. I got the Valentino lip 2-in-1 soft matte liquid lipstick and blush. This is about $40. And I got the color 601R Highway to Plum, Deep Cool Plum. So this is kind of like an out of my comfort zone kind of product, but that is what it looks like. And it's an interesting one. It's like super flat. I don't know if you can see, it's flat. Yeah, it's kind of a strange applicator. It's definitely not like a gloss, but what I'll do is actually put some on here and then see how that works. I was curious to see if a plum blush would look. Oh no, that looks terrible. It's very streaky. Kind of lifts my foundation a bit too, and I don't know. I do like the idea of a plum blush, but I don't know about this formula. Now this looks like a bruise. I remember people were asking me if that Chanel blush, the that mauve one, was gonna look bruised. This one kind of looks bruised on me, but we're gonna go ahead and try it on the lips. It has a very light scent. Okay, I like this way better as a lip gloss or a matte lip gloss. The foundation, it's okay. I don't particularly like it. I don't think it's anything special. The packaging is beautiful, but in terms of the product, I don't think it's anything like to run out and go buy. The Tom Ford Velours Kaki. Velours Kaki, yeah, I have a lot of green. I just don't think it's that great of a color scheme. I think the formula is great, but I don't like the color scheme. I think if you're looking for a green, I would really recommend Chanel Blurry Green, which is one of their standard permanent collection, or even this intense Quint. I love this one. I think it's much a better dynamic color story, and it just looks really muddy to me. It just looks not really that flattering. And then this, I don't like it as a blush. I think it looks patchy. It actually does look like a bruise. I was really hoping this would be a really cool plum, like unique blush shade, but it's just not. It's patchy. But in terms of a lipstick, I like it actually. That's the only thing I like really out of this. So out of all these, like, the winner is really the lipstick, and I don't really care for the eyeshadow or, unfortunately, the pretty packaging of the foundation. So I guess we can't win them all. That was it, beauty fam. Tell me what you think about what I tried on today, and comment and like below, subscribe, comment below what you think. And as always, please be very kind with yourself and others, and just be you. Until the next video, beauty fam, take good care. Bye.